Welcome to a day in my life as a busy college student. We've got a jam-packed day, so I quickly suit up for a short little 2-mile run to get things started. I was super happy I got to catch the sunrise. For breakfast, I had some PB&J rice cakes, overnight oats, and some hot chocolate. Got some studying to do for midterm today, so I eat while I do that, then I have a meeting with my advisor.
How are you?
Now we're on to class number 1, macroeconomics. Easy peasy. Now we're out here headed to my second class of the day. We got some accounting lined up. 6 out of 10. After accounting, I head to my midterm in investments. A little nervous, but I think I'll do okay. It went pretty good. Had some protein bars to celebrate. I see my boy Mo. I interviewed an underclassman for a couple of hours to help him with career development. Then I had a pledge meeting for my professional fraternity. Went home, made some dinner, changed, did a little bit of reading, called it a night. Welcome to a day in my life as a busy college student. Today we've got a packed schedule, so we dive straight into things. We start off the day right with a quick and easy 2-mile run. You already know I had to stop by the local Church of Scientology on the way. After the run, I shower up and got changed. Today I'm doing my weekly fast, so I don't have to worry about having to cook or eat. It's time to head to the first class of the day, abnormal psychology. Amazing class. After that, we head to class number 2, business statistics. This one is slightly less of an amazing class, but luckily it's my last class of the day. So now it's time to skedaddle on home and appreciate the changing seasons of St. Louis. Not too shabby. And then I log on to work for my internship for a solid 5 hours. Once work wraps, I head back to campus and interview 2 underclassmen to help them with investment banking prep. Then I head straight to our executive board meeting for the Investment Banking Association on campus. I've got a big quiz coming up tomorrow, so I finish off the day with a couple of hours of studying and then call it a night. Welcome to a day in my life as a busy college student. Today has a full schedule in store, so we kick it off with a short little 2-mile run. Nothing better than a crispy fall morning in St. Louis. After showering up, it's time for a quick breakfast. Now things start to get a little intense. I strap on the old Heelys and I zoom to campus at the speed of light. On campus, I work on grading some papers for a class that I'm TAing. The only class of the day is macroeconomics. Piece of cake. After zipping back home, it's time for me to catch up on my emails and get some work done. It's snack time. I bake up some protein bar chocolate chip cookies and add a little bit of flaky salt. Now I have a quick meeting with one of my professors and then I make some pizzas with a couple of pledges. Now it's time to log in to get some work done for my internship. Then I head back to campus to help a couple of underclassmen with interview prep. For dinner, I head to my business fraternity South Asian cultural dinner. To wrap up the day, I head home and rip a quick take-home quiz. Like I said, macroeconomics. Piece of cake. Good night. Welcome to another day in my life as a busy college student. To start off the morning right, we grab a quick breakfast, then head off to the gym. After quite a moist walk to the gym, we got an upper body push day today. Although it was a little bit of a shorter session, I was able to get some really good work in today. Now I take a quick shower. Just kidding, it's a Thursday. Then I get some final studying in and take my midterm in abnormal psychology at 8:30 a.m. After the exam goes swimmingly, I see my boy Russell, and he plants a banana tree. Class number 2 is stats, easy dubs. I pick up a book I ordered online, I make a nice little healthy lunch, and I eat that as I start my workday for my internship. Once I wrap up with work, I make another quick meal and head back to campus. I interview an underclassman and then I head to my night accounting class from 6:15 to 9:15. As I settle down for the night, I make some French toast because I can, and then I prep everything I need for the next day. I get my daily reading in, and then I call it a night. Welcome to another day in my life as a busy college student. Today has quite a few curveballs in store, so we get straight into the action. For breakfast, we delete some rice cakes topped with fruit and peanut butter, then head straight off to the gym. It's Thursday, so we bang out a quick upper body push day. Right after working out, it's time to shower, change, and head off to my first class of the day, abnormal psychology. Light work. And then we bounce right on over to our business statistics course for the second class of the day. As soon as that class ends, it's time for me to hustle home. On the way, I crank a couple protein bars. Then I make some hot chocolate and quickly log on to a meeting with one of my professors.
Hello, thank you so much for meeting with me.
Then I log in to start my workday for my internship. As soon as that ends, I had to go speak on a panel for the bank that I'm working at this summer. After the panel, I get brought out to a lovely dinner on the company's dime, and then I head back to campus for an event for my business frat. After it went pretty late, I walked home, changed, and went to bed. Welcome to another day in my life as a busy college student. It's Saturday morning, so you know we got to kick off the weekend right. I get changed, grab a quick breakfast, and then run off to the gym. I like to get my cardio in by running to and from my workouts. Today we had an upper body pull day. After the workout, I saunter on home and whip up some breakfast. Protein pancakes, eggs, and bacon. Up next, it's time for a phone call with the professor that I TA for. Then I head off to campus and interview a pledge for my business frat. Now it's time to conduct a couple of admissions interviews for the college that I go to. For lunch, I toss together a quick little pizza. After that, I commence with a 3-hour homework grind session. And now we head back to campus one last time to help a youngster out with an investment banking prep interview. After the chat, I pop back home to get some dishes done before heading back out. We wrap up the day with a pleasant social gathering. Good night. Welcome to a day in my life as a busy college student. We got a lot to do today, so we kick it off with 100 sit-ups, push-ups, and squats. When we're done, we shower, change, and make some breakfast. I got a really tough quiz coming up today, so I get straight to studying. After that, I hop in a meeting with my study abroad advisor. Next fall, I'm planning on spending a semester in Hong Kong. After the meeting, we head straight off to class number 1, macroeconomics. This one's a cakewalk. Once that ends, I get a final grind session in for my upcoming quiz. Class number 2 is accounting. Oi. Now it's time for my quiz and investments. It went decent. Now I zoom over to back-to-back interviews with underclassmen to help them with investment banking prep. Then I have chapter for my business frat and head home for the day. I churn out a quick dinner and then I start studying for my abnormal psych midterm tomorrow. I feel pretty good, so I get my daily reading in, I pack for the day tomorrow, and then I head off to bed. Welcome to a day in my life as a busy college student. Today our schedule is filled to the brim, so we hop straight into the action. After getting ready, I throw together a quick breakfast and eat it on the way to the gym. It's Thursday, so we have an upper body push day. Now, I'm not sure if this is weird, but when I go to the gym, I only listen to audiobooks, no music. I just finished It by Stephen King today. After my lift, I eat a few snacks and then head off to my midterm in abnormal psychology. Going in, I felt pretty solid, and I think I performed well. And now we bounce on over to our second class of the day, business statistics. Nothing new. Once that class wraps up, I head back to my apartment and make a quick lunch for myself. After my meal, I log into my internship and clock 5 hours for the workday. And then I head back to campus for an investment banking prep interview with an underclassman. For my final class of the day, I have an accounting ethics night course. And then for the absolute highlight of my day, I head on over to a cereal party. You heard that right. I highly recommend this. And then I head on home, change into a new pair of clothes, and then call it a night. Welcome to a day in my life as a busy college student. We got a lot of things to do today, so we get up early and get some cardio going. I did a 2-mile run and then 30 minutes of jump roping. And then I whipped up a quick breakfast before putting a couple hours of work in for my internship. Up next, I had a quick call with the professor I TA for, and then I headed to campus for my first class of the day, macroeconomics. Nice and easy. As soon as this class wrapped up, I head straight back to my apartment to get ready to run a 4-hour final project help session for the class that I TA for. Because this help session was virtual, as soon as it wrapped up, I was able to get a solid start on the homework I had lined up for the weekend. And now it's time to get dressed up and head to an event for my professional fraternity. Gotta rep the bow tie as usual. And then I head home, change into a new outfit, and now it's time to go grab a celebratory dinner. After deleting this meal, I headed out to a party and got festive for the rest of the night. Once it ended, I walked on home and called it a night. Welcome to a day in my life as a busy college student. We have a beast of a day lined up, so we get straight into the action. Kick off the morning with a nice little 2-mile run. After showering, I whip up a quick breakfast and get straight to work. I eat while I prep for a tough quiz later today. And now the day really gets started. I strap on the old Heelys and blast off to campus. Once I'm there, I grade a few papers and then bounce to my first class, macroeconomics. Pretty easy. And now it's quiz time. Definitely nervous, but I did as much prep as I could. It went pretty well. Our final class is investments. Fairly tame. Now I bounce back to my apartment and churn out a quick pizza for lunch. I'm studying in Hong Kong next fall, so over the past few weeks I've been learning Chinese with a language learning app called Lingo Deer. I've tried out a few different apps, but this one has been the best by far. My pronunciation's still a little bit rough around the edges, but we're working on it. Then I get some studying in and head off to chapter for my business fraternity. Today's elections for executive positions, so it takes about 6 hours. Once I'm home, I wrap up the day with Quest bar cookies and then go to bed. Good night. Welcome to a day in my life as a busy college student. For it being a Sunday, we've got a lot to do, so we get straight into it. To get the day started, we bop out a quick little 2-mile run and then head home and make a proper breakfast. After killing that meal, I shower up, toss on a suit, and then head over to campus. Today, I conduct about 7 hours worth of interviews for the school's investment banking club. As soon as those wrap up, we do about 3 hours of deliberations and then head on home. Once I get back to my apartment, there's a lot of things I gotta check off the list, so I quickly change out of my suit, start a load of laundry, and then make some dinner. Once I finish eating, I move the clothes over from the washer to the dryer and then hang them up to finish their drying process. Up next, we do a few hours of homework and I'm able to get about 30 minutes of reading in. Now that my laundry's dried off, I put away my clothes and then call it a day. Good night. Welcome to another day in my life as a busy college student. Today we've got a full agenda, so we get straight to it. We bang out a quick little 2-mile run to get things started. Then I shower up, change, and head to class. Today I'm doing my weekly fast, so there's no need to worry about making any food. Time for class number 1, abnormal psych. It's not for either of my majors, but I find it really fascinating. Class number 2 is statistical analytics. Not too bad. Once those classes wrap up, I head over to the library to get a quick study session in. I work on getting ready for my stats final, which is 2 days away. After that quick little grind session, I head over to grade some presentations for the class that I TA for. Once that class is wrapped up, it's time to head on home. Like I said, the stats final is just 2 days away, so it's time to grind. After a 2-hour study session, I take a break to do some reading, plan my meals for the next day, and edit some videos. And then we hit our second big study push. After wrapping up, I lay out my clothes for tomorrow, get a quick game of chess in, and call it quits. Good night.